beautiful, what is going on? So as you can see, I have this head tie on this video because I'm repping my Trinidad flag. This is the Trinidadian flag. Okay, so this video is about what it was like to grow up with strict Caribbean parents. They were no joke, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys a few stories about what it was like growing up with my parents. So just, get something to drink, get some popcorn, get some chips or something like that, and enjoy this story. Here's the Trinidad flag. Trinidad, jump, 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 wang, 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 wang. All right, let's get started.
Now it's story time. Time to sit back and unwind. It's crystal clear. Don't forget to like and share. Now it's story time. Time to relax and unwind. It's crystal clear. Don't forget to like and share.
Let me first start this video off by saying I love my parents. Hey mom, hey dad, how y'all doing? Okay, now let me tell you guys something. My parents were strict Caribbean parents. So my mom is from Trinidad and my dad is from Tobago. I know you guys think that probably Trinidad and Tobago are the same place, like why do they have the same flag? No, they're twin islands. So I get the best of both worlds. Okay, so now they were extremely strict growing up. So this video is more catered to my Caribbean people who know what this feels like, but also for people who aren't really too sure how the Caribbean household usually is ran. This video is gonna give you some insight on that. Now, my parents were big on education, or I should still say are big on education. They're still alive and well, thank God. But they were very strict when it came to education. So as for me, I went on to college, I got my associate's degree, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can just stop at my associate's degree. They're not having that. They're like, okay, you gonna go back to school? I'm like, okay. So I went back to school, got my bachelor's degree. I'm like, I'm done at the bachelor's degree. I'm sure they want me to go ahead and get my master's, get my doctorate. Like, I'm sure they would love for me to be a doctor. Obviously, I'm here on YouTube. I'm not gonna be a doctor. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I am not going to be a doctor or a lawyer, which is probably what you guys wanted me to be. But yeah, they just growing up and going to school and things like that, it was very interesting. I remember a time when I was younger and they were so strict on school, especially my father. My father especially was very strict on going to school. So like, I would remember there would be days when I would be sick. I would have the flu. I'm like, like coughing up a lung. I'm like, oh, I got a fever. I'm like, oh God, I can't make it. I can't make it. Kill me now. I'm like, I can't go to school today. I can't go to school today. And my dad would look at me like,
go to school.
and I'm like, but Dad, I'm sick. I can't make it to school. To school. And he's just like,
Okay, well, go to school, go to the school nurse, and let the nurse send you home.
and I'm like, why would I have to go to school just to come back home? It doesn't make any sense. Didn't make any sense whatsoever. So I'm like, oh my God. So sometimes I wasn't really that sick, and I guess that's what he knew. So it would be like, all right, well, if she's that sick, I'm sure she will go to the nurse and do the whole thing to make sure she can come back home. Sometimes I would go to school and be like, oh God, I don't want to be here, but I wouldn't be sick, whatever. So he knew what he was doing. I have a feeling that when I have kids, it will be the same thing. Like, if they ever say they're sick, I'm like, I'm gonna have him in the back of my head like,
Go to school.
so I'm gonna tell the kids like, go to school and let the school nurse send you home. I remember also going to school. This was junior high. I remember this so specifically. My best friend, like I was talking to her, and a lot of times there are Caribbean words that I used to say going to school and not really knowing that they were Caribbean words. Like, you know, because we grew up speaking the patois that Trinidadians speak and things like that. So I used to go to school and I would say words and I would be like, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I told my friend, I'm like, yeah, oh my God, my clothes is rumpled up. She's like, what? I said, my clothes it rumpled up. And she said, rumple? What is a rumple? I was like, look at it, it's rumpled. Like, I don't understand, like, why you don't understand what I'm saying right now. Why don't you understand what I'm saying? And she's like, you mean wrinkled? And I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's not a word. Like, let's just be clear, like, rumpled is not a word. Other words that I used to say was like jucky shorts. Like jucky shorts. Like, oh, look, he's wearing his jucky shorts. He's in his jucky shorts. And that's another thing. I'm like, jucky shorts apparently is not the way you say what I'm trying to say. So I'm actually trying to say jockey shorts and then realizing that out here in America, nobody really tends to say he's wearing jockey shorts. Like, that's not something that I guess they're used to saying. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's more of like, you know, boxers or like, you know, however, whatever else, underwear. I don't know. But apparently jockey shorts is not it. There were just so many Caribbean words that I just used to just say freely, not really knowing, you know, that they're not really the American slang. So growing up, it was a little hard. It was a little hard actually to go to American schools and having that Trinidadian, West Indian upbringing. So I didn't really know when to use the Trini accent or when to use the American lingo, when to use the New York accent because I'm from New York. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't really know what to do. So right now I am just a mutt. I'm just completely like, I'm just gonna be me because I don't know who else to be. I don't know who to be right now. I'm tired of trying to be this, trying to be that, trying to fit this mold and that mold. So right now, I'll let whatever accent come out when it wants to come out. I can speak proper if I want to. I can speak like I'm from New York, like I'm from Queens. I could speak like I'm straight from Trinidad, or I could just speak however I see fit at that time. And honestly, that is it. That is me. That's who I am. It is what it is. I am an American girl with some Trini parents and born and raised in New York City. So with that, this is what you get. Speaking of strict, they didn't want me to go anywhere. I used to be like, oh mom, you know, can I please go to my friend's house, like one of my girl's friend's house or something like that? And she'll be like,
which friend? What's she name? Do I know she mother? Is she father gonna be home? What time you wanna go? What time you trying to be back?
Like, I used to be like, oh my God, why is she asking so many questions? I just want to go to my friend's house. That is it. I'll be back at whatever time, and that is it. And she's just like, at the end of all the questioning of like, what friend, what this, what that, at the end she's like,
no.
And I'm like, what? So what's the point of asking all these questions if at the end you just gotta say no anyway? Or, you know what she would say? She'll be like,
ask your father.
That's another thing. Oh my God. All of my Caribbean people who grew up with Caribbean parents, that line, go ask your father. First of all, if you ever hear a Caribbean person go, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. As soon as that's just that little noise of, you know that whatever it is that you're saying, they're not buying it. They don't even want to hear you. It's just like, don't even bother. So she's like,
go ask your father.
So I'm like, oh man. So I'll be like, Dad, can I go so-and-so and so-and-so? Then my dad, guess what he would say?
Go ask your mother.
And then I would be so frustrated because I would go back to my mom now and be like, Mom, but Daddy said to ask you. He said to ask you.
Huh? Well, ask him. I don't know why he's telling you to ask me. Go and ask him.
And I'm like, so I might as well just give up at this point because I can't go. Wherever it is that I was trying to go, I can't go because he's not gonna say nothing. She's not gonna say nothing. And it just sucks. It just sucks. I mean, I am so grateful to have been growing up with two parents. I know a lot of people don't have two parents in the household and things like that. I'm just letting you know the frustrations that I had to go through having both of them in the household and telling me to ask the other one. You asked this one. He didn't say nothing. Well, you asked that one. She didn't say nothing. Well, and it's going back and forth and back and forth. The answer just, I guess, is no. I guess I just can't go. So I will have to call my friend like, girl, I can't go. My parents ain't gonna let me go. Like, I just already knew off the bat, I just couldn't go. I don't even know why I bothered to ask. A lot of times when I had to ask them questions, I don't even know why I bothered. I don't know why I bothered. Speaking of that, speaking of asking questions, I remember I used to have to ask for money to do things. Because, you know, as a kid, you didn't really have the money to, like, you know, say if you want a bag of chips at the store or whatever, you want a little sandwich or whatever. So I would have to ask for money. Same thing. Go to Mom. Mom, can I have $5?
Go ask your father.
Dad, Mommy said to ask you, can I have $5? My dad.
What you need $5 for? $5 whole dollars?
Yes, $5 whole. Like, it's not that much money. Like, can I just have $5, please, to go to the store? Please, please.
What you buying with $5?
And I'm like, okay, I just want to get like a sandwich, a bag of chips. He's like,
Okay. Well, that's gonna cost $3. Bring back me change. Bring back me change.
and I'm like, he really want me to bring him back $2? You really want me to come back and bring you $2? He really wanted me to come back and bring him them $2. So I used to have to come back with my little food or whatever, make sure that he had the $2 left and be like, you happy? Like, you happy now? So do not ask for no type of money. Because you have to be specific down to the cent. He'll be like, all right, how much is it gonna cost?
Bring me back me change.
It'd be like 20 cents. Like, here you go. Alright. Okay, so let's talk about now dressing to go to school. Now, I used to go to a Catholic school, so it was just a uniform. It was just a uniform I had to wear, like junior high, things like that. So now high school, it was like high school, you could wear whatever you want. I went to a public high school, so I was so excited. I could wear like jeans, I could wear dresses, I could wear whatever I want to wear. I was so excited. So now I would have my little outfit on and, you know, trying to go to school or whatever. And as soon as I am trying to leave the house, I'm like, okay, bye, Mom, going to school. You know, and she'll be like,
Hold on. Where you going dressed like that?
and I'm like, I'm just going to school, Mom. I'm gonna be late. I have to go catch the bus. Like, let me just go to school. Like, and she's just like,
You going to school with your Bamsi hanging out? You have your Bamsi hanging out and you going to school, so?
I'm like, nothing is hanging out. Like, it's just a little outfit. Like, I don't have like my butt out and, you know, my chest out or anything like that. Like, it's just a little outfit and I'm going to school. And she's like,
No. Take your skin upstairs and go and change your clothes.
and I'll be like, oh, God. So then I'll have to go upstairs, try to figure out what else to wear, and be all covered up like a nun. And I'll be going to school like... Oh, and when company comes over, you definitely got to be covered up. I remember I would have like little shorts, you know, like a little t-shirt or whatever. We'd just be hanging around the house, watching TV, eating food, whatever, just chilling. And then as soon as there's company, as soon as the doorbell rings, she's like,
Go upstairs and put on some clothes.
I'm like, Mom, I have on clothes. I have on a shirt. I have on some shorts.
No, go upstairs, put on long sleeves, long pants, put on some clothes.
I'm like, oh God. So I have to go running upstairs like, okay. I had really good grades all throughout my educational career, from like elementary school to junior high to high school to college. Like, it's just really consistently good grades. I would chalk that up to my strict Caribbean parents. They were not having us come home with anything less than like a 90, 95, nothing less. I remember I used to come home with like 85 or something like that, and I was so excited because maybe it was a hard test or something like that, and I'm like, look, I got the 85 on this test. Oh my God, it was so hard. And then my dad would be like,
But why you ain't get 100?
and I'd be like, cause the test was hard, and he'll be like, there go that again. I couldn't win. I remember, oh my God, quick story. I was crying. I remember crying tears, bawling tears. This was when we had this was in high school. All of my high school people who were in this class with me, I took a chorus class. Now, in that class, I remember bawling, like tears streaming down my face, and I'm like, with my report card in my hand. And some of my friends would come over like, oh my God, Crystal, did you do really bad on your report card? Like, did you fail a class? Like, what happened? Why are you crying? And I was so upset because I think I've gotten a 89. Don't kill me, guys. But at the time, I was like, oh my God, my dad's gonna kill me. I had like an 89 in the class because all of my other courses, I had like 95, like 98, like, hundreds, like, so going down the list. And then I got this 89. I was bawling. I'm like, my dad's gonna kill me. Why didn't I get a 90? Why didn't I get a 95? Like, so I'm like going crazy. Everybody in the class is looking at me like, seriously? Like, here I am with this report card. I'm glad to get a 65. I passed these classes. I got a 65. I'm jumping for joy over here. And here goes little Miss Perfect crying over her 89. Like, seriously? I was like, they don't know. They don't understand the struggle. I don't care what they got to say. They could be happy with their 65 or whatever. But this 89 got to go. I remember going to that teacher and complaining like, what is this 89? Why didn't you give me like higher grade? It was like that. I used to hate when my mom used to say things like, you can't do certain things because you're a little girl. I'm like, why can't I do things that boys can do? Like, my brother used to always do everything. He used to get to do whatever he wanted to do and stay out late and do all these things, and I couldn't do any of it. I used to be like, I want to stay out past like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, like,
You're a little girl. You can't stay out late.
And I'm like, she would be like, oh,
the street lights on, you should be in the house.
I'm like, Or like, say if like my brother's outside, he's playing with his friends or whatever. I'm like, well, I want to play. My older brother's playing. I want to play too. So I go outside and I'm like, yeah, they want to kick the ball around or just talk or whatever. I'm like, I want to do it. And then she would like snatch me up and bring me inside. She's like,
what are you doing out here with all them boys? Go inside, you're a little girl. Stop playing around with all them boys.
And I'm like, thank God I'm older now, and playing with those boys is how I got my man. No, I'm kidding. So kidding, Mom. Kidding. When Caribbean people suck their teeth like this, okay, not just like that, like how we were like, oh my God, not sucking the teeth like that. When you hear them go like this, they're done with you. They are done with you. It don't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do, anything. As soon as you hear that, know that they're through. I have dealt with that growing up too. All they got, if you say anything, they're like, oh yeah, well, Mom and Dad, blah, 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 blah. They call that a big West Indian strips. A strips. So yes, my parents were strict, but overall, thank you, Mom and Dad, for being strict. At the time, I'm like, oh my God, they can't let me do nothing. Like, I can't do nothing. I can't hang out with my friends. I can't go nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? But thank you. Thank you guys, because I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I wouldn't, have a great education, great job, car, like on my own, being independent. So I wouldn't be able to have any of that stuff, I believe, without that strict upbringing, and you did care about all of us, you know, and it showed, and you just wanted us, and coming from you know, from the Caribbean and then coming to America, people usually do that when they're trying to get a better life for their family, for themselves and for their children, for their family, and that's what you guys did. So I definitely appreciate you and love you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me and for the rest of my siblings, just for everything. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please definitely tell me in the comment section if you have also had strict Caribbean parents. Tell me some things that you kind of went through growing up. I would love to hear that. Share some stories. And also, if you didn't have strict Caribbean parents and you are just fully American, I would love to hear some stories of your childhood growing up as well, of some things that you kind of went through. All right, so definitely, if you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.